Yeah, we share these every once in a while. We don't share them all the time, but we share them once in a while of how individuals and one individual is still reacting to our products. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC and Crystal Edge Technology Screens. And we got a new website we're working on too, our gaming website, which is actually going to be selling products on it too. Whole new section we're going to be building for gaming technology. But anyway, um, yeah, in my channel, I told you, he comes to my channel all the time. I did a video showing my subscribers, and he's actually one of our #1 subscribers. He comes and subscribes, and we don't go on his channel because, again, there's nothing but hatred going on over there. Why would I go in there and listen to a guy scream about hatred all day and have nothing to back up? But anyway, we're in early, getting some work done. I have the screen paint. I'm still watching over here, so we can check this out. And that's running in eco mode right now. So I'm doing a test on eco mode. And then I'm over here looking at deciding whether I'm going to download this game. This Plants vs. Zombies, man, I am loving it. I'm definitely going to think I'm going to download it. But anyway, that's the screen paint on eco mode. So I'm doing some testing on that. And I'm basically putting an application on this because I've already ordered my paints and everything I need to get this started. I'm trying to get all this done in one hit. And I got some errands to run today. So I got a very busy day today. But, as you can see, someone does not have a life. So, more fake numbers. He always contacts us with fake numbers. Early in the morning, he calls us twice in a row. Again, no life at all whatsoever. Don't you have a job you have to go to in the morning? Who is calling someone at 7 in the morning? I think 6 o'clock or 7. I think he calls. First things first. My phone's on vibrate because I get a lot of calls. So when I start my morning, my calls start coming in. So I got my phone on vibrate because when I go over and I do live streams, I basically don't want my phone ringing in the process, so it's on vibrate. So that's why I don't hear it. So I get my messages and when I get up. So he goes on ranting about the PlayStation. I'm sure his rant he sends to us. Let's see. We got rants here. I don't know why you think you're smarter than the architects that built the PlayStation. Well, first things first, I know quite a bit about computers, and I know putting 6 gigabytes on a system is stupid to begin with, especially when you have games that are 40 or 150 or 250 or 300 gigs. That is extremely stupid. Second, I've been around playing video games probably a lot longer than you. I'm much older than you are. So, yeah, I've been playing games longer than you have. So, yeah, I would know about this. Let me see. And on top of that, the system had quite a lot of bricks because if you go and look out on YouTube, you see tons of videos of people complaining, upset, and angry because the system was bricking out. And the reason why, it's overheating because the system doesn't have enough air ventilation. I build PCs. So I basically know about cooling and all that other cool stuff. At the end of the day, I have vegetable oil cool PCs, all that crazy stuff. And I know about cooling. And I know you have to have a well-ventilated system with a lot of cooling in it, because if you don't, parts will burn out on you. That's what happens. All parts that are required to go through a lot of stress require some kind of cooling mechanism, so that way they can last longer. So again, not very intelligent for him. Let me see. You're stupid. You live in your office. Yeah, we kind of been through that one before already. All right, what else do we have here? We have that PC you have is crap. I never said it was a high-end model PC. I said I actually built it around $480. So basically, they do quite well, quite well. And the PC I'm actually building when I'm getting ready to get my main machine build, I think it's going to be a lot more powerful. It definitely has basically 64 gigs of RAM. It's running an i9 processor, which I had decided to go purchase. It has a 5090 if we can get our hands on it, and chances are we probably won't be able to. So we'll do the 4080, 4090 in that area right there. It's going to have 4 terabytes of solid state drive and an additional 10 terabytes of hard drive space on it. So I think it's going to be quite powerful enough to do what it needs to do. So moving on, let me see. He says, bum, 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 bum. You're stupid, ugly, and you wear the same pants every day. I actually wear cargos all the time, and I wear black and white t-shirts with hikers, so yeah. And then he says, you can't swap out a graphic card on a console, you blanking idiot. Well, first things first, let me explain something to you. I said if they gave you the ability to be able to swap out the graphic card, then at the end of the day, you wouldn't have to buy the PS Pro because that means you can just easily go in and swap out for a bigger card. You have to listen when I speak, when I say things. If I think I would know that from a person who builds PCs, and I've modded quite a few consoles, that I would know that you can't swap out those parts. If I could, I would have done the Xbox 360 a long time ago when I dismantled that unit and soaked it in vegetable oil and played it through on a screen. Oh, and my screen paint is supposed to be, let me see what we got here. Bum, 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 bum. Something about crap. The PC has a crap and your black over the counter paint. Huh. Again, my product is far better than yours. Far, far better. I didn't give you back. You took back, what, $1,900 we sent to your account of cancellations multiple times. As a matter of fact, I got you to cancel out more times than anybody else on YouTube. I've got you to remove an eBay listing. We gave you $127, way worth your product, and you gave back the money. We have 19 cancellations on you. Each time on every receipt, you cried on all of them. We got you to cry on all the receipts. You sent us an email, buy whatever you want, and then you cried on everything. What's the other thing, too? Let me see. We got a couple of times he removed his marketplace. We got a few videos of him going and changing his YouTube account multiple times. There's a whole lot of stuff. And then we got your stuff down here and tested it, and it failed. We couldn't get it to produce outside. It wouldn't produce inside and work on any certifies. It matched house paint in our test demonstration. And then you did it, and what happened? It matched house paint. So, again, you sound a bit bitter. I'm saying it sounds a little personal at the end of the day. It sounds a bit bitter. Look, Fernando, I will see you in court. And since you sent me the email, we're going to go ahead and take you to federal court now. I was thinking about taking you to the CCB because I wanted to avoid you taking the prison time. But since you have this extra energy at the end of the day, now we're going to take you to federal court and we're going to file 4 charges on you now. So, bye-bye. With that being said, people, I hope you enjoyed this little summary of Crow's fake numbers and carrying on and acting up. Yeah, this guy, I told you, he has problems. I'll save this for the courts. We'll be taking you to federal court now, so now we'll be prosecuting you fully. I tried, man, at the end of the day, to give you the benefit of the doubt. And he'll get on YouTube and scream, oh, it wasn't me, blah, 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 blah. You know, same usual nonsense. He has a habit of contacting us with these numbers right here. But this is definitely him. But anyway, and I see you got somebody to write this for you. Yeah, because you don't write this good. But anyway, as I said before, yeah, now we're going to fully prosecute you now. See, we tried to give this guy an opportunity to get out of things. And he just keeps messing up. Like we had the process server go to the door. You think that'd be enough? Nope. He just keeps running his mouth. You would think the cease and desist order would be enough? No, he keeps running his mouth. So, Mr. Fernando, I guess you don't like freedom at the end of the day. You probably don't. You don't like it at all, period. So don't worry about it. We'll take it from you. When we go to federal court, you can serve out the remaining of your life on this earth in a prison cell. And that's where you'll be at. All right. Yeah, but let me get back to work. I got things to do. I got to finish painting this because paint is drying over here, and I got to get this done. But I think my whatchamacallit comes tomorrow. It should be here Thursday. My button, my giant button. Once my giant button gets here, I can take this thing apart. This is actually glow in the dark paint. I can take this apart, but I got to finish the paint job too because I think the paint job comes at the same time where the button comes in too. I got a chance to prime it nicely, but I want to do. But I want to do that whole design like I have here. Like that, I want it on here. That's what I want. All right, we're going to go. I got much to do, got a lot to do. I'm still doing demonstrations on this technology where we're working on doing an eco mode. That's where we're at right now, eco mode on the projector. Where's my stand at over here? Yep, same person who predicted that I was trapped in the garage and we went downhill. We didn't have any new products and all this stuff. You know, same person. It's a jealousy thing with him. He's very bitter, very upset individual. He's angry, but he has no one to blame. He'll be in jail and he'll still be complaining and blaming other people at the end of the day. You know, it's their fault that they took me to jail, took me to court for touching someone else's copyrights. Try to give you an opportunity. We're literally thinking about taking you to the CCB because I figured you wouldn't get the jail time. We'll just sue you for each copyright around $60,000, and the defamations are going to add up to roughly altogether about going to be in the range of 150 grand. That's a heck of a lot better than basically going to jail. You probably wouldn't. Well, then, you know, he's got the post office fraud charges. I literally forgot about that stuff right there. I literally got to call in today. I got to call their branch in today to get that ready for us to get ready for court for that. So he has to deal with it. He's going to get 40 years out of that easily. That's definitely going to happen. So, yeah, man, you're just, excuse the language, people, you're screwed. On so many levels, it's not even funny. Because the cyber charges, we have cyber charges filed against them, and they are filed with the Allentown Police. It clearly shows Mr. Fernando doxing addresses on his website, his company's website, and it clearly shows him in a video, his voice and all, explaining the apartment I was living in, even where my cat was sitting at in the window. So those stalking charges can carry up to 5 years, a year to 5 years. So he's going to get some jail time. But the more blunt of it all is the copyrights. They carry serious jail time and very serious lawsuits. And we go in there, I mean, at least in the other ones, you can probably plea deal, maybe get a little probation, maybe. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't even know how it's going to go to the post office. It involves the United States government. Once the government gets involved and it's a federal crime, this changes everything. This is guaranteed you 100% you're going to get jail time. So this is not the way to act out. Carrying on and acting up this way is not the way to act up at all, period. This is not trying to get on my nice side, Mr. Fernando, at all, any way whatsoever. So we're going to follow through. We're going to take you to federal court for the copyrights for both of them. And it's just going to happen that way, man. You're just going to spend the remaining of your time on this earth in a prison cell. That's where you're going to be at. So I hope it was worth it. Again, to do dumb stuff at the end of the day. You were too old for this. What are you, like in your 40s, late 40s? I think he's in his late 40s or something, 48, 49, somewhere in that range. Yeah, you were too old for this. You're sending me letters like this. There's something wrong with you. Now, again, this doesn't harm me. Where does this harm me at to say this to me? I don't know how I'm supposed to react to this. Am I supposed to, like, destroy, my whole day is supposed to be destroyed? No, we serve God over here. This is just from the devil. This is the person's very upset. Let Satan use him to make these messages at the end of the day, which is pretty sad. And yeah, you got issues, man. You got issues. You're a grown man acting like a little kid. So every once in a while we put these on blast. You need to see them so you can see how he carries himself, as he calls himself a professional. And I'm pretty sure that the courts will, all the messages we received from Mr. Fernando back and forth, will actually present them before the court so they can see what kind of person that he is. He claims to be this outstanding human being. I doubt by far, my friend. Even showing that you even use your company's website to produce and show pornography, which you did. Okay, and this is how people start their morning. Wow, this is pretty messed up. But anyway, he needs prayer at the end of the day, but we're going to go with our decision now to go to federal court. You should have really, man, again, there's no point. Some people are destined to self-destruct. They're just designed for it. That's it. As I said before, in the Bible, there's a certain amount of people that are going to heaven. There's a certain amount of people going to hell. And Jamie seems to be on that list because for some reason, he just can't seem to turn it around. And there are people like that. They're designed to self-destruct. You ever watch somebody just spiral downward? You're just watching the whole thing unfold in front of you. And no matter how many times you try to give that person a warning or even try to help them out, they just keep on spiraling down. That's him. He's meant to self-destruct. So, and then some people at the end of the day, they have to hit completely rock bottom before they change. Something drastic has to happen to them. All right, well, we'll see you in court. That's basically all I can say. I got to work. I got things I got to do. I don't have time. You should literally be at your job right now working. Like, Contacting me. Yeah, you need to be at your job working. Don't you got a job at the end of the day? Got something else to do besides being here carrying on and acting up? Got some problems on it, hell. And I guess you're stupid and ugly? Wow. What are you, like 5? Who says that? You're stupid and ugly. You sound like a kid at the end of the day. Look, let me explain something to you, Mr. Fernando. I know in the back of your mind, when you wrote this out, you felt that you were sending this great insult, and you thought this was going to hurt me and break down my entire day, and our company would stop running, all because of these insults. No, I look at these and I see a very desperate human being at the end of the day that just grabbing onto anything and everything, and with nothing there to grab onto. That's what I see. This is pretty sad. Well, okay, good luck with all this and all. I got things to do. Nice to know you're in my channel, because you're not in yours at the end of the day, so you spend more time in my channel than you spend your own channel, which shows you at the end of the day that I know what I'm talking about and you don't. I mean, look, I can embarrass you right now. I can go to your website and buy your stuff and have you give me back your money. And embarrass you all over YouTube. I could do that. I can send $1,000 to you right now. And watch you give it right back to me. Do you have any idea how much money you would have to pay back to PayPal on $1,000? That'll take some money out of your PayPal account. We know that from the door. But again, it's not worth my time to actually feed into those kind of shenanigans, knowing that the reaction already we're going to receive, because we have received it already for $1,900. It's just a waste of my time. It's a waste of everybody else's time. No one has time to watch that diddle battle nonsense in the day. And that's what you want, because I think you get entertained off being a troll. So with that being said, this is the reason why no one finds your products professional. This is why your products don't make money. This is why you're in a situation of keep dropping in your price, lower and lower and lower, try to entice someone to buy your products, keep dropping them lower. You know, people next time are going to be down to $20. Lower and lower. Yeah. I don't even know how you're making, off topic, it's on topic. I don't even know how you're making a screen paint at $50. You're not making a screen paint at $50. It's virtually impossible. You know why? Ingredients would cost way too much. Unless you're doing a water paint process, then that's different, because you got water in there. You can basically make up for some of that paint with water, which the other one did. But as I can see, your process, no. It would cost you way too much money. Unless you nickel, like I said, people, we done the math. You just nickel and dime in it, which he's going to make about I can't say $10, because mind you, the prices in California are much higher than any place else. Their prices are a little high up there. He's nickel and dime. He's making a little $5, $6 here, basically about it. But the problem is that your product matched the house paint. That's the problem we have here. And if your product matched the house paint, and seeing the dirty stuff you've done, everything from stealing images from Google, which we have on the blacklist, all your stuff is right there. Who's to say that you're still selling house paint? That you figured out a way that now I don't have to spend the money for black paint, because the Network Grade 773 doesn't have anything in it. It matched your stuff. It has no glitter, has no silver in it, it has no black paint in it. It's just right off a shelf product. So again, you run the risk of this guy sliding it off a shelf, put a little Christmas glitter in it, and send it to you and say, hey, this is my product in a dark environment on a 4K projector. Nothing but smoke and mirrors. So with that being said, and you can sit there and say, well, that's not true. You never removed the product off your website. The minute you found out your product had matched house paint, you never removed the product. You kept it there. So yeah, we definitely strongly believe that you're doing that. Also, too, like I said, it doesn't add up. I make gray screen paint. I used to make a lot of this stuff. If you ever went before a court and the judge says, what is your experience in gray paint? We were making this stuff long before he was making it. I have made every different version of a gray paint. I know for a fact how much money it costs to make this stuff. There's no way in the world you're making this at $50. So you definitely have to be finding shortcuts to make it for much cheaper. And I know at the end of the day, someone's not spending $50 for black and white paint. Got to be more than that. So what are you putting into it? So basically, you're sliding it off a shelf. That's what you're doing, and you throw some Christmas glitter into it, and then voila. I know this because when we tested your stuff and we had it over here, your stuff matched a lot of great paint. Bullseye primer, not the Network Gray. We didn't have the Network Gray at the time. We had bullseye primer. We had this bare silver screen. He was matching bare silver screen left and right with no problem. That's one of the paints he was matching. So yeah, and even you proved it to us when you did the demonstrations yourself. They matched. No yellowish tone as you claimed. No off-white levels. None of that. They all matched. So if they did, keep in mind, Fernando, how the world works. I'm explaining to you again. If you were able to beat the product, there would be videos everywhere of it. Like we do black versus black, we have tons of videos everywhere. They even posted to our website. The fact that these videos are not posted directly to your website and you try to hide them within your YouTube archives clearly shows that you matched the product. And we caught you removing the videos too also. We got that on recording. It's actually on the black links also too. That doesn't sound like a person who's proud about not matching a gray paint. So yeah, it's your product is house paint. It's slid off the shelf. That's what it is. That's what it is. Now the reason why we know this is not from Danny. Danny's not a gamer. I've never seen any videos of him ever, but any game systems, nothing whatsoever. He really doesn't. I doubt he even knows how to put together a computer. I'm pretty sure he can operate one. He should be able to, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't know how to put one together. So he doesn't know much about this. This is somebody that knows a little bit about technology. That would be you, Jamie, at the end of the day, because you do know something about tech. But again, you don't listen correctly. You have a habit of misquoting things all the time. But yeah, that's what would be from him, because again, he would mention. Yeah, he wouldn't be mentioning anything about PCs. He wouldn't be mentioning anything about gaming systems. I've never seen him make a gamer paint ever. This is definitely not from him. This is definitely you. Well, you got some problems on you, man, at the end of the day. Yeah, same thing. But you got somebody else to write this for you. You did, because this is not your handwriting. Your handwriting is pretty bad. You would have capitals in the middle of sentences and things misspelled and really bad grammar and all that stuff at the end of the day. So what do you think this is supposed to do to me, Mr. Fernando? You think it's going to ruin my day? Like, oh my goodness, I can't work today. We got this letter that came in. Please, give me a break. Seriously? Like I said, if I want to embarrass you, I'll transfer $1,000 right to your account right now and watch you give it back. And mind you, you're going to have to pay PayPal back about roughly, I say, about $100-something back to them. Because that's what happens is you transfer that money back over. And you can't back the product up. You can't ship out. You can't even produce that much product at all, period. And you can't send it back. That $50, man, you know, ooh, I want this game so bad. I'm going to buy this game right now. I've been looking at this game for the last couple of days. This whole freaking Plants and Zombies Luck Edition. Yeah. But anyway, and yeah, you got to listen. When you come in my room, I'm going to give you a piece of advice, Fernando. You come in my room, do a big favor. Listen. Put your headsets on. Stop the mumbo jumbo with the multiple personality complex disorder you seem to be explaining here, and listen. Listen. You understand? For those people saying, when you got multiple, we literally have him in a message referring to himself as a second person. There you have it on a receipt of him writing back to us on the receipts, cursing us out, that he basically refers to himself as a third person. He says, Crow says. But if you look at the writing's all similar, the same bad writing, run off on sentences, capitals in the middle of sentences. So he prefers himself as another person. So yeah, that's why we think he has something going on in his brain that's not correct. But I'll tell you one thing, we get up there in that courtroom, well, I'm definitely going to get you a psychiatric evaluation. I'm asking if the court can basically order you if something's not right with you. You do some weird stuff. He called us twice. Do you know that? Twice already. He contacted me twice. He's a weird guy. I told you. That's the reason why. And you're mad at us at the end of the day because you think we destroyed your business. You did it yourself. You doxed my address and my family's address to your website. How do you think that was going to turn out for you? Apparently not good. Because now customers don't trust you. Look, I'm going to explain something to you, Jamie, and I think this is the part you don't understand. You live in this make-believe fantasy world. I don't know what goes on in your brain. I don't care. It's none of my business. But I think you live in this world that's not in our world. Customers don't care at the end of the day who you post. As long at the end of the day, this is what I'm going to put it this way. Customers on the day who you post, say it's us, okay? You can't stand me, you hate my guts, right? All right then. But at the end of the day, they don't want to see you post anybody because that scares them. Because if you're going to go out and post us and my family members who, again, they don't buy screen paint, they don't even know you in any way whatsoever. My sister doesn't know you at all, period. But she does now. She's IRS, I told you that, right? She's digging through your stuff. And you got somebody, and keep in mind, you say, well, he's in Pennsylvania. They're connected. You can contact your branch easily. You got yourself in trouble. So let me explain something to you. So you contact her, put her address up there. She doesn't know you at all, period. So customers see that nonsense, and the first thing that pops up in their head is, wow, this guy just posted his sister's address and his address. They won't touch you now. They will never buy product from you because in fear that you may get upset with them and post their address. And you can sit there and say, well, hey, I would never do that to you. That's not enough for a customer. They just watch you do that to somebody else. They don't care who it is. They watch you do that to somebody else. They're not going to trust you with a credit card. They're not going to trust you with a debit card. They're not going to trust you with their PayPal account. And they're sure enough not going to trust you with their personal address because their family's attached to that. So if you sit there and cry and whine on YouTube and say, well, he posted mine. No, your address is public domain due to the fact that you went in and when you did your LLC, you made it so everyone can find you. It's sitting on top of your landlord's building right now, your LLC. Can't cry about that. Go ahead, take me to court for showing off your address. I can post your address as many times as I want. You logged it as a business. Everybody knows where you lay your head at. That's why you went on YouTube and did the fake move. Oh my goodness, that's even worse. I swear. This is why when people look at his customers, they laugh at his customers. They find his customers to be funny. And the reason why is because look who you bought paint from. If you bought paint from a clown, then guess what? People are going to joke you at the end of the day that you're a clown. So you purchased paint from a fellow who broke several serious laws at the end of the day. His company itself has perjury charges coming up because, again, he lied on his LLC. He's matched house paint on him multiple times. He's ripped off customers. Customers sitting there, screens washed. I've seen a couple of customers with their screens poorly washed out. Guy on top of the roof, who they were trying to watch Batman, screen was clearly washed out. So, and on top of that, what was the building they had, the office building they were in, their screen was washed out. They had to turn out the lights in the environment to get the screen to work. On a projector that was far more powerful than mine, what I'm using in my demonstration. So you show a track record of this stuff. When we go to your site, you're not professional. You curse, you carry on, you rant, we watched all that messages. You posted pornography right on your company's website. You doxed addresses on there. You broke laws left and right, and people watched all this happen. You're very unprofessional. You let your emotions get the best of you. And this is where your downfall came at. We watch in live streams. It's in live streams showing you, not just pictures, live streams showing you posting our copyrights multiple times. I have all that on recording in live stream. Not only pictures, we have live stream of you doing this. You ruined your life, you ruined your family's life, you ruined everything. You just destroyed your life right there, just there and then. So only did we have pictures on you, Mr. Fernando. Remember, there were live streams when you did this stuff. So when you're doing stuff like this is why I told you, companies watch you all the time. And they're watching you commit these crimes. They won't sign you to a contract. Why would I sign anyone to a contract that's going to make my company look bad and in the process can get them both sued? Because he's reckless. And that's the behavior you show. Untamed, reckless behavior. That's what you show. Now, I can go, I post on several sites showing you doxing our address straight right from your website. And it's on a list of sites that they warn people not to buy from. Because we can honestly say at the end of the day, You dox addresses. You can say, I just did his. That doesn't make it any better. People will not trust you with their information. When you have a website, people are trusting you with their personal information. This is the part you don't understand about business, Mr. Fernando. People are trusting you. They're trusting your product. They're trusting that you're going to be a person that is, you have their information of where they live at, that you're going to keep that confidential. And you went out and you doxed my sister's address, who does not know you, has nothing to do with you whatsoever, because you want to be nasty, and you doxed my address, my apartment. And at the garage, and any other place I was at, you doxed it. So, with that being said, this is the reason why no one will trust you with a credit card, debit card, or their address. And you can sit there and say at the end of the day, I would never do that to them. They're like, you know what, but we saw you do it to somebody else. But it doesn't make a difference. That's so-and-so, that's blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care who it is at the end of the day. We just saw you do it. That's all I need to see. That's it. That's why nobody won't touch you. And also to the fact that you're supplemental house payment. And you have a shipping policy that's strictly designed to rip off your customers. You tell them right from the door, hey, look, it lands on your property, it's yours. So what if I buy this paint and it gets here and this is busted and it's, oh, we didn't do that already. Yeah, we had a container come here that literally had a hole in the side of it that he didn't even bother mind. He didn't know it was coming to us. We got somebody else to buy it. But yeah, they went and bought it and it was a hole right in the side of it. Clear right there. He never even changed the lid. That lazy. Just threw a piece of tape over top of it and sent it through. You see how lazy you are. Look at your website. We both have the same platform for websites. Why does mine look professional and your website at the end of the day looks like you just don't put any work into it whatsoever? Not a thing. He has all those programs on that site for him to be able to show off his product much better, and he don't even look into any of that. I bet you haven't done your search engine optimizer at all, period. At one point, we found out there's a SKU number that's attached to your page that shows basically your inventory wasn't even connected to him. It was actually the template that came with the page. They give you a template you can pick out. And you didn't go in and change much, because you can read at the top of the template. That is usually what they write in for every template. It was on ours. What you did was you just took out whatever they had in there for whatever name and put your own name in there. Lazy. You're a very lazy individual. Well, the lazy gravy train is about to come to a halt. And you're going to go to jail. I can guarantee you 100%, Mr. Fernando, 100%, as a nose sits on my face, that you are going to jail. You're going to spend the remainder of the rest of your time on this earth in prison, mainly for our copyrights, which I can't wait to meet the judge, he or her, to show them that we have warned you multiple times to stay away from our artwork, in which you went in on a live stream, and even on your company's website. Why did they put that in there? Meat and chicken. And repeatedly slandered our company's name and posted it directly to your site for everybody to see on social media. So with that being said, I'm going to sue you for so much money it's not even funny. You don't even have the money to pay me. Heck, even if you hit the lottery, I don't think you still have enough to pay me. You got to pay the post office. We don't get money for that. They're going to fine you $1 million for each of the acts. We're suing you for cyber stalking. Those are separate lawsuits. Defamation for using my picture without my face without my permission on YouTube. Also, too, there's multiple criminal charges to be popping up with that. My family's suing you. You posted their address without permission, right? They're following charges and they're suing you. The building you posted, that's our landlord. They're suing you, and they're filing criminal charges against you. And keep in mind, with the defamation lawsuits, we're going to get you at $12,000 a pop. Now, I can basically bring you in court and hit you for a lot of money for one of them. But no, we're going to break you down. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to hit you at $12,000 for each one. We can sue you as many times as we want, and we got quite a lot. See, you don't understand the strategy plan about this. This is why, Mr. Fernando, at the end of the day, I tried my hardest to not put you in this situation. We have a strategy for you. So basically, no attorney's going to touch you either way. They're not going to touch you. You have to prove to an attorney right now that your case is worth defending. And that's going to be a problem because there's substantially a lot of evidence against you committing these crimes. So, attorney could be iffy about that, unless you're going to pay them a lot of money. You're going to pay them a lot of money because an attorney will fight any case. Even if you're guilty, they'll fight the case as long as you got the money. But if you don't have that money, they're not going to take your case. Let me explain something to you. If you have a record of not showing in court, this is going to make it extremely hard for you to get an attorney to fight the larger cases. So, we'll start off with defamation. Defamation, we don't need an attorney there. I had this conversation with you on the phone. We called and I talked to you and you ran it, screamed and carried on, but all right then. But anyway, as I said before, that a defamation lawsuit in small claims court, we can get you for 12 grand. Now, if you don't show up, mind you have to take the trip up here. It's going to cost you airline time, money, all that stuff to come all the way up here. And once you come here, because we have charges on you, we can have you arrested here. So you're not going to take that risk. You're going to let the lawsuit go through, and you're going to receive a letter telling you in the mail that you lost the lawsuit and you owe me 12 grand. Where I'm going to get an execution of judgment, put on whatever you have, and have them go through your stuff. Now we're going to file another lawsuit after that, and another one, and another one, and another one. By then, we reached maybe about 5 or 6 of these things. It was showing court records that you have not showed up to any of them whatsoever. This is on court records. Anyone can go in and see that. It would be for everybody to see that you've never showed up for any of the lawsuits. A lawyer also is going to see this too, because they're going to check and see, well, you've been to court multiple times. This guy brought you to court multiple times for defamation. Now, keep in mind, Mr. Fernando, when we went and filed these charges against you, we scanned in all the colorful artwork you did on my face and everything else you did. All that's in the system. So they know that whatever we said, we backed up our claim. There's pictures and documents and videos behind everything we said. So it's hard to fight this one for you. So, as I said before, you'll have 5 or 6 of these at 12 grand a pop. You add it up, it quite up about somewhere between maybe $60,000 and $80,000 in that range, somewhere in that price. So with that being said, you're not showing up. And each time you don't show up, we bring an execution of judgment on your property, and they'll come in and take your stuff. And this will keep going until we hit the mark that we want to hit. Now, by then, you have not shown up for court, because I know you're not coming up there, because you hit here in Pennsylvania, you're going to go to jail. So you're stuck at the end of the day. You can't come here, you get locked up. You can't fight the case anyway, because the evidence against you is overwhelming, so you're going to lose from the door. So again, you're just best to just stay put where you're at and just take the hit. By then, we're building up a record on you in court showing that you're a no-show. By the time you reach the big lawsuits, this is where you're going to have an attorney present. No attorney will touch you because you have a record showing already that you don't show up. And on top of that, with the amount of money you're going to owe me from the defamation lawsuits and everything else for cyber stalking and all that other nonsense, that right there alone is basically going to pretty much put a damper on your finances. Mind you, I can freeze your credit cards, debit cards, all that stuff. Now, if I took you to, well, we can't take it to, even if we took him to the CCB, we're still in the federal court anyway because of this mess. But if we took him to the CCB, he's still got the post office charge on. He's still going to go to jail. There's no way around out of it. He's going to jail. If we decide to take him to the CCB and we hit him with $60,000, he has still got the post office charges. They carry up to 20 years for each one of those. He's got to get around that. All the cyber charges we have against him, they can carry up to a year to 5 years. Some can carry 10 years in jail. So he's going to jail either way. There's no way out of this. And on top of, like I said, my family's filing charges against him. There's no way around this. You're going to jail. That's all to it. And then you got time to send this mess over. And this is why I sat there and said, and you watch people at the end of the day, if he wants to get on YouTube and cry again about, oh, he's coming after me, he's attacking me, he's just that and the other, blah, blah, blah. People watch me give you multiple opportunities. My family's watching me give you multiple opportunities, and all you do is just turn around and just spit in our face with it every single time. That's what you do. So I think this is best for you. So we'll go to federal court, but first, before we get to all that, let's get these defamation lawsuits already. I already got to contact the post office, their section over there, and get the updates on the not copyright, the fraud charges, not fraud charges, post office fraud charge we filed against you for basically shipping this down, this product from your company. Mind, your company's being sued, by the way, for that too also. So we're all filing a lawsuit against your company because your company is what sent out that nonsense at the end of the day. And keep in mind, once all that goes through and everything is, we got the process servers and stuff like that, we do that, I will make sure that the process server reaches out to your landlord. I want him to contact me. Keep in mind, when that first processor hits your door, that means that we're locating and we're contacting your landlord. Because as many times we're going to hit that apartment, I'm pretty sure your neighbor is going to contact him and report you and say, hey, look, the neighbor over there has a lot of interesting people coming there banging on the door. And these guys are loud. They're very loud. They tell exactly who they are, and they make themselves known when they come to your front door. So with that being said, I will be talking to your landlord shortly. And I will explain to him everything that he needs to know about the problems that we've had with you while you were under his apartment, while you were carrying on and acting up under his roof that he was providing for you, on how you abused your privileges. And also too, on top of that, we want to know how much involvement did he have in this, because we're thinking about filing a lawsuit against him also. And I don't think he's going to lose this entire building for you. Now, he's going to remove you. It's coming. He's going to give you an eviction notice. You are going to leave that property. But also too, he needs to know that your company's name sits on his building. And this is where this is where the domino effect kicks in, people. I told you about this. Jamie basically filed his company's name under his apartment. It sits on his landlord's building. So the building shows two types of LLCs. It shows his, that is his building, it's registered, because his building has to be licensed and registered. I hope it is, because it's not going to be a lot of trouble. They're going to dig through a lot of stuff. So I hope it is. And they're going to basically, he's going to find out that his LLC is sitting on his building, and he is going to request you to remove it from the door. Because when you're long gone from there, he doesn't want people mistaking your business for that, especially with the stuff you did with your company. He doesn't want that coming back to his business. So he's going to request you to remove it. The problem is that you can't get it removed because, again, as you all know, there are documents missing of your LLC. Because you lied and said your company has been around for a short term and has actually been around for a long term. And therefore, you can't liquidate the LLC. So he's probably going to get an attorney, and he's going to force you to remove it. So I don't know how you're going to get in that situation. Because again, this is what happens when you listen to the devil. These are the things that happens to you at the end of the day. The situation he got himself in. Like I said, it reminds me of that movie called Quicksand with Mickey Rooney. That's what it reminds me of. I'm going to get that Deluxe Warfare Edition. But is this? See, that's what I need to know. Excuse me. Allergies are kicking my butt right now. Yeah, if I want to play this. This game looks really, really good. Yeah, some people don't learn. They never do. I got Robot Wars. I literally have that right there. I definitely played that. I don't know about this man. If I get this man, this is not going to be. Let's see what the reviews are saying. Who's saying what down here about this? Now, my day is going to consist of me running around, getting the things that I need, getting ready for this case to be done. I have the 235.1 we're working on over there. That surface, I'm still waiting for the spray gun to get here because we have to do several ad techs to get those set up, get those ready. We had to do, I'm going to order my case ahead of time for my gaming PC. I want to coat that glass with it, with the gaming ad tech. And I got to do massive updates on the website. Not only that, the Crypto site has a new domain name we just purchased for that. And I have to explain this really quick. So some people can understand. I'm not talking about the ones who are going to be prosecuting, the ones who are going to be going to jail. You're past that point. No point explaining to you. You're going to go to jail. Mr. Williams, you're being set up already. I am actually issuing on Friday some information about you and the post office fraud charges, but you have somewhere between like, I don't know, like 16 of these things in here. And mind you, his fingerprints are on those letters. Yeah, they're sitting right on those letters. It's interesting, we bring this stuff in, the smile on their faces, because usually it's hard to prove this stuff at the end of the day. But now when people write their names literally on the letters, gee whiz Louise. That's 20 years of pop at 16. Man, you are never coming home. And they get mad at you that said that, but it's true. You're not coming home. It's not to laugh about it. It's true. You're not coming home. How are you going to come home? You got 16 post office fraud. We already have letters right here with your fingerprints all over the inside of these things. Because that's the first thing the guy said. There's a 100% chance his fingerprints are on the inside of these things. And they're not open. They're sealed. So you are looking at very serious jail time. On top of that, we have letters from you with your name, Brother Derek Williams. We have over 1,000 emails that hit our company's account with multiple fake emails using the same account. And I have your picture right next to the building that you're in, your apartment complex. We even know exactly where you lay your head at in your apartment. Everything about you. I'm setting you up next. I got plenty of time. My statute of limitations on you are quite a bit because you did all that stuff this year, right? So we got time. And then you're being sued. I'm suing you for $500,000 because you were cyber stalking my company. Also, too, you were impersonating a minister. You are not a minister at the end of the day. You're not a preacher at all. We went through your YouTube channel. We found all kinds of interesting things on you. Well, you claim to be a minister. You're helping people out. You're this person and that person. And we have you contacting my company's account. You have to understand how bad this is for you. You didn't contact my personal account. You contacted my company's account. My company's taking you to court. So you're going to federal court for this. And we can show that you contacted us over 1,000 times, ranting and on top of that, calling my phone and carrying on. The same voice, if you carrying on, guess what? That's going to be played in court. It's going to match your voice as you're talking in court. So again, our promise to you at the end of the day is you'll spend the rest of your time in jail and we'll sue you for $500,000, which we know darn well you don't have, but I'm going to bury you in lean like there is no other. I want you to listen up real carefully. You will see me. As I explained to you, gentlemen, when you see me, that means your life is done. Do you understand that? If you see me in the courtroom with you, your life is over. I'm a research junkie at the end of the day. I gathered tons and tons of information. We've been watching you guys for a very long time. We've been gathering information on you for a very long time. You're bold. That's what made it so easy. Because you're so bold. You just throw stuff out there, figure there's no consequences, nothing's going to happen to you. We've been gathering information on you for a very long time. Get ready for court. Just waiting for you to do something dumb enough, really, really dumb enough that we can really, really get you in. And you did. See, that's the reason why we call it the revolving door for criminals. Because they let them go. Now, some people think they let them go because they're lucky. No. They let them go so basically they can build up a case on them. They'll throw them out there. Some will get lucky, and some will basically not do anything and never come back. But some will commit the same crimes, and they'll come back in and let them go. And they come back in and let them go. And people sit up there and say, why do you keep letting them go? I said, because they basically giving them a long enough rope to hang themselves. That's what they're doing, literally doing this. That way they can go back to the court and say, look, we let Mr. So-and-so go 13 times. And every time, at 13 times, he committed a crime worse than the next. And this is where they throw the football numbers at you. Where they give you like 40, 50 years, easy, without parole. That's what they do. So if you see somebody they let go, yeah, they're letting them go for a reason. It's because they want to see them do something stupid so they can get them back. They're building a case on you. It ain't. Then the other guy talking about, man, they must be stupid letting me go. I said, no, man, you must be stupid if you go out and do something. At the end of the day, you're getting set up. So you go back out there and do something dumb. They're watching you. They know where you're at. They know your local watering holes, who you hang with, who you chill with. They know all that stuff, and they're watching you the entire time, waiting for you to do something stupid. Yeah, and they're going to come back to court and read off the charges. Yeah, we let him go multiple times, and he did this, and the other. I think we need to give him some real serious time. That's the only way I think he's going to learn. And then the guy will get up there and cry. You see in court many times, will get there and cry and say, look, I got a family, I got this, that, and the other, I promised this time, no, that's gone. They gave you the opportunity. And then they hit you with them heavy numbers. Now, consider the fact that you have to calculate your age and what time you get. You pretty much almost get near a life sentence. Because, like I said, the average life for a man is 70 years. And these guys, excuse me, are too old for this. They're way too old for this. So anytime they get, it's pretty much almost their life. But anyway, gentlemen, man, nothing more I can say about that. Mr. Williams, I want you to remember this. You see this right here? Your fingerprints are on the inside of this unit right here. You know that? We have a bunch of these. See, I told you that everything that goes out comes back to me. Remember I told you that? I know a lot of people. And people know me. They know what kind of person I am. So when you were sending out these letters, they were holding on to them. They didn't open them up. I think you felt that when you sent those letters out, that someone was going to open them up and, probably throw them away, stuff like that, and then say bad things to me or write some petition to get rid of me or some stuff. That's what you thought was going to happen, right? And it happened. Every single letter that dropped anywhere it went to, we got it. With your fingerprints intact. They never opened them up. See, I told you at the end of the day, you call yourself a man of God, right? You're supposed to be a man of God. You're supposed to be a preacher, that's what you claim to be. But you do activities like this. And yet you claim to be this person of God. I've never met a Christian like that in my life that just did the things you just did. It's like more of the act of the devil right there. And on top of that, you're not a minister. We checked. You're fake. You're an imposter. And that's also too a charge. So we can show multiple times you did contact my emails describing yourself as a minister. That's right up there with police officer and with fire department and doctor. They can kind of look at it that way. It's a public figure. That's what they consider it to be. All right, well, good luck with all that. I can't wait to see you in court. Pretty sure when we get there, oh man, I didn't know, and I'm sorry, and this, that, and the other. No. Mind you, we don't have control over what happens in that federal court with the post office. That's between you and them at the end of the day. We're just filing against you. Now, the lawsuit for stalking my company and everything else you were doing, contact me and acting out, that's a different story. That's where you want to start apologizing to. But again, we aren't cutting you jack at the end of the day. You're going to jail. I'm going to sue daylight out of you. And you're getting kicked out of that building too, because I will be in contact with your landlord. I'm explaining to them the activities that you took upon yourself in that unit. So, bye-bye. Besides, you're going to be in the prison anyway. You don't need to worry about eviction notice anyway. You're going to be in a prison unit. Oh, by the way, so you notice from the door, because you're going to owe me a substantial amount of money, you won't get anything to your books. Do you know that, right? You know how that works, right? So, for those you don't know, if you have substantial fines that relate against you, or basically lawsuits, any money that's transferred from your books goes straight to me. So you're going to find somebody with clean books or somebody you can trust that put that money on, because other than that, no. It goes to me. Everything. Oh, man. I find out that if Jamie did not commit the post office mail fraud charges, you probably would have been better off. Because, again, if we decide to take him to CCB, wait till he get the cyber stalking charges, too, on top of that. They're going to give him time on that for that right there alone. Yeah, they're going to probably get a warrant for his arrest. Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Yeah, because we go in there, we got to go for the cyber crime charges. We're suing you for that. You're definitely going to have to put a warrant. They might put a warrant for his arrest. They want to know where he's at. And as many times as we're going to be in there, in and out of that courtroom, following these acts against him, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a few conversations with the judge, and they're going to probably wonder, where is he at? And like, well, he's over in California. He might get a warrant for his arrest. That very well can happen. Well, got no one to blame but yourself, right? No one told you to do it, right? Hey, we didn't ask for all that. Where's my Google at? I don't want this. I hate this freaking search engine. Never get the search engine that I want. That I want. That I want. Christmas. First process service coming to your door. Just so you know. Be ready. Mr. Fernando. Your Christmas is going to be very interesting. I'm going to send a process server over to you. And the same ones I got before, I like them. Because again, they were on point. They got there, no problem whatsoever. And I did make known they reach out to the landlord. Contact him. We need him to reach out to us right away. We need to have a talk with him. After that, we got nothing to discuss. I'll see you in court. Let's sue you for defamation first. And for stalking and all other nonsense. And you'll see the first ones pop up around Christmas time. And this time, Mr. Fernando, I will have plenty of time. Plenty of time. They will have lots of time. Keep in mind, they're instructed, go to your job. You walk outside that building, you go to a restaurant, any place. It will serve you any place you go. You're going to be trapped in that building. You walk out that door, you're going to serve. And I'm going to see if it's possible you can serve anybody in the house over the age of 18. And your wife can get this document also. I'm also looking into that when we file this lawsuit against you. She's entitled to that lawsuit also. Because I'm pretty sure she knew what you were doing when you were in that house. There's no way in the world she couldn't have known what was going on in that house or that apartment or what you were doing. And we're going to look into that. If we find out, I'm going to file a lawsuit against her too. Because she could have stopped you from doing that nonsense. So, she's involved, whether you like it or not. I'm looking into an attorney to find out. You're married, right? All right, then we'll see from there. The only way she can get out is she divorces you. If you didn't have any other charges against you, and you just had that with the copyrights, and you didn't do this nonsense at the end of the day, to basically finalize my decision, which took you to CCB, hit you for 150 grand. That's it. You're not going to jail. But at the end of the day, you'll be working for me. Plus, I can garnish your paycheck. And that means when you work, you're going to have to give me some of that money. Income tax? Mine. Insurance? Mine. Death insurance? Mine. Money for college for your kids? Mine. Everything in your house? Mine. Your car? Mine. Motorcycle? Mine. Anything is mine. So, you'll be working for me. You get a job in prison, you make money, I get some of that. Because you owe me a lot of money. Give you warnings, Schedule 33 that we did reach out to you multiple times, give you opportunities to get out of this, you didn't take it. So I want you, if you're in the room, I want you to listen up. You almost made it to the CCB. Almost. I'm thinking about it. Not making you go through that jail time. You're going to have to go through anything with the post office, but you may be able to work with them. You may be able to work with them. I don't know. The copyrights is different. That's a different take on different type of lawsuits. That comes with definite jail time. Most people, if they had a copyright, company reach out to you to remove stuff, all that stuff, and the usual stuff. And then that's the cease and desist order. That's what people take seriously. They take everything down. And they'll contact the person, say, hey, look, I apologize, blah, 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 and that's it. That's the end of it. I had a woman touch my copyrights one time. I sent her out a nice little letter. I sent out my copyrights to her. She took it down. That was it. That was the end of it. There's no need to go sue her and all that nonsense. It wasn't necessary. She applied. We sent you the same letter. I had a lawyer send it to you. You didn't apply.
You know why he never showed off the letter on YouTube? Because it was already told to him in that letter that if he actually used that particular document as a form of advertisement, the law firm was going to sue him. It's right there in the document. That's why he didn't show it off. So he figured at the end of the day that, oh, he's poor, he doesn't have any money. How the heck am I paying for all this stuff? My company makes more money than you. I'm not trying to be rude here, but we make more money than you, Mr. Fernando. Our product sells for a heck of a lot more than yours. I just beat a $7,000 screen yesterday. I got so many orders stacked up for this new quasar color technology. It's not even funny. I'm contracted. I can back my stuff up. So, that being said, yeah, I can hire an attorney. I can go sue you. You paid the process server and all that. Process server isn't free. You had to pay for all that. You had to pay for all those documents for the CCB. You had to pay for all that stuff. So, yeah, you get an attorney, you take it and sue you. But I try to give you the opportunity because I know if we hit that federal court with copyrights, you're going to jail. There is no way out of this, buddy boy. And I'm pretty sure that most people being faced with a copyright lawsuit would have had an attorney contact us by now. We should have been had an attorney contact. The first minute I mentioned it out of my mouth and I said we're suing for copyright infringement, you should have had a lawyer contact me. You know why you didn't have one? Because even you yourself looked up my copyrights. So right there posted to my page and you found that they're real. But most people, like I said, they'll contact you and they'll work out a deal with you. We tried that already. Work out a deal, say, okay, look, you're gonna pay me 20 grand. And that's the end of it. We can work out a payment plan if you can't pay all at one time, and we'll work from there. We'll go in front of an arbitrator, and we'll do it from there. That way it's all on court record. And there's an agreement. So, we could have worked out something like that for you. But we could have made the plan easy for you to make the payments, because I'm not greedy for money, I make money, I'm good. I can basically could have made the payments very easy for you, so that way you can continue to provide for your family at the end of the day, and it's not going to cut too much into your expenses. We could have worked something out like that for you if you agreed with the cease and desist order, but you didn't. So now when we hit you, it's only far worse than this. There's only jail time involved with this. We're not going to, now you have a situation to stay out of jail, now you're going to go to jail. So let me tell you something. The worst feeling you're going to have in the world is that when you're in that courtroom, that day of freedom you have, that's your last day of freedom. That's the last day of freedom. Everything you do that day, that night, before you go to court, is your last day of freedom. When you sit in that courtroom, of course, I think you're going to take it very seriously when we get in that situation. When we're done that whole thing, the court's over with, a man's going to walk up behind you and he's going to put handcuffs on you. He's going to cart you off. That's what's going to happen. You're not going home at all, period. Mind you, other charges come to you on top of that. So, yeah, that's what's going to happen. And you're going to be processed. Or, they do let you go, then you're going to get a summons to be in court for sentencing. If they let you go home. That's if they let you go home. Then you get to go home and, you know, be home with your family and all that stuff. And then you get a court date when you have to come to court for sentencing. And then, same thing, guy walks up behind you, put the handcuffs on you, and they take you away. Whatever time you're going to have, that's what you're going to serve. But you're going to go through a really rough time because you're an interesting case. And the reason why is because we gave you multiple opportunities. And the judge is going to sit there and say, and I guarantee you, mark my words, why did you not take the opportunities that Mr. Bird was presenting to you to keep you out of this situation? What are you going to say? Oh, is copyrights for real? If we're fake? You know, the judge is going to say to you, Mr. Fernando, you're going to say his copyrights are real. They're going to look them up. They're real copyrights. And what you did to my copyrights, writing scammer all over them, posting them on your site, all that nasty stuff you did, and the message you're saying it belongs to you, we can't do anything about it, and oops, I did it again, all that stuff, that's going to give you a lengthy jail time. lengthy jail time. So enjoy federal court. We're going to go to federal court and we'll get this done. All right, talked about enough of this nonsense. All right, we're going to get something real quick. That's what I told you, people. You can't help this guy out. At the end of the day, the only person who can help him out is God. And try to think about this with family. I was just talking with them, and I was saying, over the weekend, I was saying, I really don't want to send this guy to jail. You heard me sit on camera multiple times. Now you're going to go to jail. And I want you to think at the end of the day, oh, we must be angry and upset. No, that doesn't bother me at all. It just shows me at the end of the day you don't learn anything. That's what it shows me. You don't learn nothing at all, period. You're a very hard-headed, thick-skulled human being. You learn nothing. That's what I see from that. You can get on YouTube and cry and whine right now and say, oh, that wasn't me, I wasn't sent to Jamie. We have so much stuff from you. It's not even funny. We got all kinds of stuff from you. You're known for doing this kind of stuff. This is you. You can cry and whine to over somebody else. Keep in mind, it does not help you at all. Remember, you started a rumor about my company, and this is the reason why we had other people that tacked on and jumped on and did that nonsense because of you. So you're being charged with all that. Even their actions you're being charged with. That doesn't help you. So again, you're thick-skulled at the end of the day. This doesn't bother me at all, period. It just shows the stupidity of who you are and what you are. You were giving multiple opportunities. You passed every single one of them up to entertain your trolls. Your trolls going to be to pay my money at the end of the day? You're going to pay for that bail? I don't think you're going to get bail. You don't have the bail money to get out of this mess. Are you going to pay for any of that? No, they ain't going to pay for it. They're going to sit back and laugh at you. Oh, well. That's why I just see stupidity. You don't want his freedom. That's what I see. So you got cyber stalking charges on you, quite a lot of them. A lot of them. Here's a lot of them. Here's somewhere between 8, maybe 10 versions of cyber stalking. That's why I said alone, man, it's not good whatsoever. These are the first charges that are coming up on them. These have faked to 5 years in prison. I think about 5 years, and you're gonna hit you with a $10,000 fine if we can prove that you were actually cyber stalking me and my company. Which we do. We have your multiple emails. We have you basically posting pictures, addresses, my family's addresses, all that stuff like that. We're going to be showing at court, different apartments and places I've lived at. Even the place in Haventown, he was posting our address over there. So yeah, we can show a history of you doing this. So yeah, that's automatically 5 years right there from the door. And this is per offense. So again, that alone is only send you to jail. And we already have it. We already have our criminal records already filed against you for cyber stalking. All those pictures and documents are all already put into the system. So the next thing is for us is to go in and file the civil lawsuit against you, and then from there, they're going to basically most likely, they're going to basically look into the criminal charges as part of it all and get you into that courtroom to be sentenced, because that's going to trigger that. And also with Mr. Williams too, is looking at 5 years or so forth. And then he's got those crossover fraud charges. Oh man, I don't know how y'all do that nonsense at the day. Oh, grown men should know better than this dumb nonsense. And we went through all this for what? It didn't even harm my company. It did no damage to us whatsoever. Not one thing. I'd say the smartest person out of that group would be the other fellow we gave the opportunity to. They've been searching, but I think I have some friends that are searching through all kinds of stuff. They want to make sure 100%. He has to understand at the end of the day that I'm a man of my word. I do keep my promise if I say I'm going to do something. But I'm also a person that will dig through under every stone that I will actually go through to figure out exactly. I'm not the one person at the end of the day. If you think that you're going to say that, oh yeah, I'm not going to do something and then not disappear, because if we find you, it's going to be far worse. I find anything, I mean anything that comes up where you're slandering my company after I gave you that agreement, then you're going to make me upset. And this is going to be far worse. I try to go into court with some compassion, because I know it's going to be bad for these people. But if I give you the opportunity to get out of the situation and we find you somewhere doing something else we're doing, it's going to be far worse. I couldn't care less after that. At the end of the day, your kids could grow up and they will never even recognize your face. You'll be in there so long. And we got the power to do it. Take me a lift. I'm about not that far from a lift, getting back down here to an FBI building. So all I have to do is just make one phone call and it's over. That fast. And so far, we haven't found anything. We've been digging and digging and digging. We'll be digging for a while. So we haven't found anything. And it seems like he took the message quite clear, and I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of him. I don't have no hatred for anybody at the end of the day. I'm not that type of person. I don't let the devil fill me with hatred at the end of the day. I don't give him that satisfaction. No hatred here, gentlemen. This is business at the end of the day. You do dumb stuff, then be prosecuted, go to jail. You know how it all works. We all know how it works. You rob a bank, go to jail. You do dumb stuff, you go to jail. That's it. Play dumb games, win dumb prizes. Yeah, that's what you just did. So, for him, we gave Jamie an opportunity to walk and go somewhere else, and he didn't take it. So, guess what? Now he's going to hit the full throttle of it all. He even gave him another opportunity to contact me with this dumb nonsense. So now they just basically just told me at the end of the day, well, ain't nothing you can do. I mean, basically try to help this guy out. He's going to continue to do dumb stuff. So taking him to federal court and suing him, taking him to CBP and suing him, and trying to keep his butt out of jail. And he's just going to continue doing dumb stuff. So we just have to make sure he has to learn. We have to use him as examples. That's what's going to happen to him. He'll learn anything. But the other guy, yeah, he won't ghost. He's gone. And I'm happy for him. You don't see me on camera laughing and kind of like, yeah, man, we got him to run, but we don't say that at the end of the day. No. I gave him an opportunity because it's not for him. It's never, I want to understand, it's not for you. It's not for you at all, period. It's for what you have in your fold. It's what we felt at the end of the day. Why? If you did something on the level that the other ones did, then you would have no mercy whatsoever. But his stuff is pretty light. We consider it pretty light. You know, he did some dumb stuff, but his stuff is really light. We consider it to be compared to this guy. Then they, sheesh. But anyway, so seeing what I saw, like I said, everything's meant to happen for a reason. And his Facebook page making contact with our page over here, and us getting a chance to look around at his page, see who this person was, and we figured out who he was at from the door. And then seeing what I saw, I was like, well, we're going to have to figure out a different way around this. Now, see, gentlemen, that's what you don't understand. If it was me in that situation, you would hit me with everything you got at the end of the day. You would show me no mercy whatsoever. But yet, in the situation I am, that I have the right to pull the trigger anytime I want, and I can throw you in jail just like that, I am basically thinking how to handle that situation. That's the difference between me and you. I don't do things out of hatred. If I pray before the Lord and say, Lord, is there any hatred in my heart while I'm doing this? I don't want to do it. Because I don't serve the devil at the end of the day. The Lord take that anger, whatever I have, because anybody would be upset with the guy, would suck you guys to my family and me. And take that anger from me and give me that peace of mind to be able to go in and do it correctly. Not out of hate and anger, how to do it out of justice, to do it right. So, as I said before, when I make a statement that you're never going home, it's true. When you have Mr. Williams, this many accounts of post office fraud charges on your head at 20 years apiece, you're never going home. 2 of these are 40 years. And all of these have your fingerprints on the inside. These are all being saved for the judge. I'm not giving you an opportunity at all, period. You won't get one from me. The Lord told me not to. You have to learn. You did something you shouldn't have did. You impersonated a minister. You're going to go through this process. Jamie's going to go through this process. We've given him multiple chances. He doesn't learn at all. He has to go through this process. There's no other way for him to learn. There's no other way for him to learn. Danny's definitely going to go through this process. Definitely. And you said some things you weren't supposed to say about my company that weren't true, and I want you to try to back them up in court. Also, do that whole range game nonsense and that nonsense. Yeah, we're taking your company to court for that, so good luck on that one, Chief. And we still haven't seen any videos on it yet, so you already know from the door that's a lie. Everybody knows it's a lie. And got PayPal shopping carts connected to that nonsense. Yeah, committing fraud for everybody to see that nonsense. No, 903. We're about time to jet. We got things to do. And Mr. Matthews, we've been thinking about him for a bit. Mr. Matthew, we can come get you. I know exactly where you live at. You paid for your item, and I'm pretty sure you're at the same address because, again, like I said, I probably hired a private investigator. But you've been quiet. I haven't heard jack from you at all. Not a thing at all, period. So as far as I'm concerned, you can also, too, disappear. We don't know you. But if you pop up, just let you know. We'll come get you. So, bye-bye. We don't care about that one either. But Fernando, on the other hand, man, I have tried. Yeah, I've tried, man. I've tried. Even when I think about now, what's his name? Danny. I have to think about you a bit. I'll tell you one thing. If we do take you to court, I'm going to give you an option. You're going to give me a handwritten apology. That's going to kill you. I know at the end of the day. You're going to give me a handwritten apology. You will give me an open verbal apology on YouTube about my company. If not, I'm going to snatch everything from you that you work for. And you are too old to go to jail. I had no idea you were that old. You are too frail and too old to be in a prison system. They will take advantage of you in that place. You do not want to go to a place like that. So, I'm considering giving you a little bit of a plea deal. And if you feel that I ain't got the evidence to come after you, go and play with me and see what happens. So I think I'm going to get you in a courtroom first, and we'll talk that discussion out with a judge that I want everything removed, that you have said, anything you've done against my company whatsoever. I also, too, on top of that, want a written apology, and I want a verbal apology on YouTube. That's going to hurt your pride at the end of the day when you can spend the remainder of your time in jail. Remind you, you're old. So, again, as I said before, any time you get it, it's not time you want. You did post this year, right? That video is pretty fresh. It was this year of a container claiming to be my product, right? You did go on YouTube and said that was my product at the end of the day. You don't have proof that's my product, and that's a phantom technology in there, then I'm going to take you to court, and I'm going to hit you with fraud against my business, and that carries a 30-year prison sentence. So you figure it out what you want to do. I got plenty of time to come get you. You figure out what you want to do. Meanwhile, your company's going to court anyway for that whole range gain and making products, as you said, you chemical, not over-the-counter, dumb nonsense anyway. You're going to be going to court for either way. So, up to you what you want to do. And so the other guys, I said before, I'm proud of him because I haven't heard anything from him. And I consider him to be smarter than the rest of them. Because at least he has some common sense to go about his business. And yeah, I'm very proud of him. I am very proud. I'm very happy and very proud for him. He made a good decision. That, at the end of the day, I can call a man at the end of the day. He started his family first, and that's what he did. Now, like I said, if I'm saying these things and he's out there mocking behind my back and doing something he shouldn't be doing, God's going to show me where you're at. God's going to expose you for who you are. Whatever's in the dark comes out in the light. So we will find you. So you know this from the door. And it'll be far worse. But we haven't seen anything from you. So I'm very happy for him. So I consider him to be more of a man than the rest of them, because at least he thought about his family first. That's why I sat there and put that video up there, many blessings. We have no hatred for any of them whatsoever, but they have to go to court for the things they have done. Let me see what's this right here. Where the heck did my freaking paint spray? Where did my paint spray come from? Like, gee whiz. Where did that thing even come from? November the 5th? Like, where did it come from? I'm curious exactly where it came from. So, I'm not joking here, Mr.
understand this. You better prove at the end of the day. Now, I'm not joking with you, man. I hope you're in the room. I want you to listen to me. You said in that container on that label, right? That was my product. That's what you said. And you said my product came out that dark. You walked around in your backyard and made claims that we canceled against you and that we're scammers and we're all these things, right? That's what you said. You even did this thing called, you're calling yourself the philosopher, talking about our 38 black windows. So it shows a history of you basically talking about my company's products. You can't back this up, my friend. I'm not joking with you. I'm dead serious. You're looking at 30 years in prison. We catch you. You can't back up anything you said about my company. That's fraud against my business. 30 years. You think I'm playing with you? Go look it up.
That's why you haven't had an attorney contact me. You haven't had an attorney reach out to me, contact me. You send me these fake little emails and letters of these fake lawyers at the end of the day. That's all you do. You haven't sent me anybody yet because you know from the door what you did was wrong. So, figure out which one you want to take. I can get you 30 years in jail easily because you're going to have to prove that's my product in that container. I want to see receipts that you purchased that from my company. And if you say you got it from a customer, what customer? I have a track record of all my customers. Which one are you talking about? PayPal gives documentation of everybody that we sell to. So which one are you talking about? We can bring all that up, everything. So if it shows that you went on YouTube, deliberately took a container, filled it with black paint, and named it was my product at the end of the day, and said that my product, then that's fraud against my company, and that's a 20 to 30 year prison sentence. And you're too old for that. So you figure out which is more important. You'll never see your wife again, I guarantee you that much. You'll spend time in there, buddy. And you will stick out. The way you look at the end of the day, you will stick out like a sore thumb. Definitely will stick out like a sore thumb. Oh, you see them when they come in. The first when they come in, they put their head down. They always put their heads down. Put their heads down and then eye contact with nobody watching in there. You can tell. And you got no associations, none of that whatsoever, so that's going to be a definite problem from the door. You're going to be associated with somebody in there, some ties with somebody. Not easy game. I'm not joking. I'm laughing. At the end of the day, I was in the system. You're easy game. That's what you are. The first thing, we know everybody that's in there. We know when new people come through. They know automatically from the door. So the minute you walk in there, they already know that you're not going to associate with anybody in here whatsoever. You are new game. You, at the end of the day, stand out. So that is not a situation a man of your age wants to be in. So you're going to do something that you're going to hate to do. You're going to give me an apology. I'm going to get it from the courts. A court order of you give me an apology on YouTube, live stream. I want to hear that apology. And I want it in a written letter. And you do all that, you keep your house, you keep your land, and keep your freedom. And if not, I'm going to take you to court at the end of the day, and you're going to have to back them to a judge and let them know at the end of the day that the product you had was 100% mine, and my product reacted that way. That's like me going and getting a McDonald's hamburger and saying, hey, I got this hamburger from McDonald's, and they gave me a such and so disease at the end of the day. And I'm doing these demonstrations about their food and how this food gave me this disease. You know what happens after that? McDonald's contacts me with the lawyer and says, hey, lawyer, here's a problem we have here. You're making false accusations about our product that's not true. We want to take you to court. We want to sue you for it. That's what's happening to you. And if I can't prove that McDonald's food does what I claim it does, they're going to clean my clock and I'm going to go to jail. So that's what you're looking at right now. So you better prove that's my Black Series edition. We have so much testing underneath this product, it's not even funny. As a matter of fact, I can even show the judge that we came to your website. We have multiple cancellations on your products, and we also have come to your website to a legendary Spartan version of the technology that you claim that you bought and purchased and beat. That we came to your site, and you removed an entire state of Pennsylvania. We got it all documented and recorded. So if you claim to beat the product, why would you move an entire state of Pennsylvania? Unless you never had it to begin with, and you were talking a bunch of lies that weren't true, and your product didn't work the way it was supposed to. That's not going to make you look good in court. All right. We're at 9:12. It is time for me to get my day started. Things we got to do. I had to come in here and get prepped early, get everything done. I got some of the case painted with some of the glow-in-the-dark paint. I had to order more of this stuff in. that finished up, because gentlemen, unlike you, I've got things to do. It's not my problem your products are not selling. That's your fault at the end of the day. Don't get mad at me. It's your problem. How is that my problem? I got to print out an order too. On top of that, thing like that too. How is that my problem at the end of the day? I'm trying to remember if I get that Plants vs. Zombies, but I don't know about that yet. Maybe get some more reviews on it. I don't know. We'll check some points over there too. Okay. Get some points off. Okay, so let me see something from in there. Where's the fire stick at? Fire stick. YouTube. He's coming down here. Depends how much of a headache I'm gonna have today down here, because traffic's gonna be good thing everything's in walking distance to tell you the truth, what I gotta go do. Well, no, I still gotta catch the lift down here, the downtown, because I'm up at the airport, so I gotta come all the way down here. Ah, crap. Yeah, man. Oh, it's gonna be freaking nuts, man. They take the back roads. That'd be perfect to take the back. I know the main street's gonna be all blocked off. I know that for a fact. They're all gonna be blocked off. So that's just not gonna happen. Disrupting my day of work. Jeez. Disrupting my day of work. Oh, yeah, no, I gotta get the rest of the mods together. We found a new tape that looks real nice for the freezer system. It has a really nice look for it. And what kind of I'm gonna do the cords in different colors. So I'm doing the hazard for this one over here, the hazard tape, but the gamer tape, I'm gonna do the silver for this one, for the cord. I want the cords to be in different colors. And what do I do for the gamer? I wonder if I can get like some arcade duct tape or something. That's what I want. So I want the case to look different. So I decided what we're going to do is we're going to paint it. I use this as a form of primer. It works. As long as it's rid of that smooth coating, because that stuff is hard to paint on. But yeah, so we're going to be coating all these in bright, beautiful colors. Super bright colors. I ordered this extra bright paint. That'll be coming in pretty soon. We're going to paint all these, make it look real nice and all. But I do want to do something interesting. And I thought about this today, too. I spent the money for plexiglass. I literally could have built the whole thing out of cardboard. Literally, and taped it all in. Same thing. Same scenario. Could have did it for a lot cheaper. So, we have to do a panel system for this. But I saw this tape that's reflective like a mirror. Because we want to put an infinity mirror in here. We're going to put an infinity mirror in there. The whole thing with a giant Pac-Man head. Which is going to take a while for it to get down here because it's coming from overseas. I can't find anything in the U.S. like it, so I have to get it from overseas. But it's pretty cool. And put the giant Pac-Man head and have the whole pellets going out. Oh, we can pick up the pellets today too. Giant pellets. I wanted to put this Pac-Man head in the PC so badly because I thought that this area was more open, that I could put it in here like this. But I couldn't do it because this is actually an infinity mirror and it doesn't have the whole depth to it. So I couldn't build what I wanted to put on here. But here, this will allow me to be able to do it from there. I got to straighten up my motherboard a little bit there too. It has to be brought up a little bit more. So yeah, from there. But anyway, yeah, boy. He took that whole PlayStation thing to heart, man. I told you he'd just be... Look, man... I'm going to just leave that alone, okay? Leave it alone. At the end of the day. I'm older than you, man. Much older than you. I'm 56. Older than you. A lot of things I can say with that, too. Much better shape, too. Much better shape. Much better shape. Well, he goes in there. He ain't got no choice but to basically lift weights, so he should be big. Yeah. Because you'll learn something that you won't be eating all that food at the end of the day. That's gone. Nope. You'll learn to work on yourself. Then again, you got that other half of my family. He triggered off too. So I'm not getting involved in that. You're going to have to figure that on your own. Man, you made ripples in the water before you even get in the building. You got ripples coming at you. Because they're not going to let that go. They're not going to let it go until they speak to you. So, cry in front of them, I don't know what you're going to do at the end of the day. I don't mean cry in front of them, they may let it go. You're going to have to be a punk. I hate to say it that way, but that's why you don't put people's names in your mouth. You don't do that. You don't talk about people at the end of the day that you know nothing about. You don't.
You know, mention people, for those you don't know, mention some people in my family. I told you I got the other half of my family and a different side. Everybody got them in their family. Everybody got a different side, of uncle, cousin, whatever it may be. At the end of the day, that is about that life. And he brought up two of them that are about that life. They live that lifestyle. And their first thing they said their mouth is, who is he? Where is he? And how does he know me? Because you talked him up. Now, you think they haven't forgot about you? No, the only reason why you're still standing right now is because I told them that I need to get you into a courtroom. I need my justice at the end. I've been dealing with you for a long time, and I need to have you in court. After that, they're going to have a conversation with him. And you can sit there and go, oh, would he threaten me on YouTube? Nobody threatened you on YouTube. You brought you talk to an officer and say, hey, yeah, this guy on YouTube got this family on the other side. They want to beat the snot out of me. Well, what did you do to make them want to do that from the door? I mentioned their names on YouTube. Yeah, even he knows you're not supposed to. That's basically against the law. Can't do that. So you might get yourself some charges if you're opening your mouth on that. First thing I want to ask you, why would you, do you know them? Do you affiliate? I don't know them at all. I ain't affiliated. Well, why would you mention their names? I said, well, look, you're just going to have to call us when they get here. That's what they're going to tell you. But unfortunately, you're going to be in jail. That's why you don't do dumb stuff at the end of the day. I made that when I got on that camera, I was like, oh, shoot. No, you did not. You didn't go in there, and I told you, I got people on my side of the family. Everybody got them. Everybody got them. Everybody got them. That you just don't bring them. You can't bring them to social media. They like to rumble. They like to fight. They like that. They about that life. And I warned him. I said, and I got on that camera. I said, what did you do? He thought it was a big joke at the end of the day. Nobody's not a big joke. You think because you in there that you saved? No, man. They got ties everywhere. You brought up the last two people. I don't even bring them up. You never hear me talk about them on camera. I never bring them up, ever. You brought them up. So, yeah. What would you do if somebody brought you up? You watching TV and somebody brought you up on YouTube. You don't even know these people at the end of the day and saying where you live at and trying to pronounce your last and first name and stuff like that. What would you do? Well, yeah, you're going to track them down. They're going to kick the crap out of them. But you better hope at the end of the day you can talk them out of it. What you going to do? Call the police? Say your life is in danger? The first thing they're going to ask you, Mr. Fernando, what did you do to get in this situation? I mentioned some people on YouTube that were somebody else's family. What did you do that for? Why would you mention their family like that? Why would you even say their names? Do you know these people? Like, I don't know. Why would you mention someone's name you don't know? That's the same what they're going to say to you at the end of the day. You're stupid. That's what they're going to look at you. You are really, really stupid. You're lucky you didn't mention there's another one or you didn't mention him, because there's no way in the world I can talk him out of it. That ain't the military one. That's somebody else. I'm not bringing them up. I'm not talking about them whatsoever at all. But it's good thing you didn't, because he's in California. He lives in California. Yeah, LC is right there, buddy. Right there for everybody to know. He lives in California. I got another family member that lives up in California. Part of a biker group. I'm just leave it at that. Lucky you didn't bring him up. Dig him up and say his name on camera and see what happens. Doing too much. Doing way too much. I know, the research we've done on you, I know quite a bit about your family. I do. Quite a bit. I don't mention your family because they have nothing to do with this. This is none of their business. This is between me and you. Man to man. You're a coward at the end of the day. You mention people in my family that have nothing to do with you. They don't even know you at all, period. But you thought it'd be nice to add them into it. Well, now you got what you wish. You're going to meet them. And they're an interesting group of people. Now, if you're sitting there saying at the end of the day, well, I'll be locked up, they can't. Oh, no. They have ties. But let me explain something to you. I've been in Philly for a long time. I lived in some of the most brutal areas of Philadelphia. I got ties in Philly. Some very heavy ties. But that life died when I became a Christian.
But if I was that same person I was many, many years back and still living that life, this conversation we had between me and you would have never lasted this long. The first minute you would have opened your mouth, airline tickets, we'd have been down there to get that situation squashed right there on the spot. I'd have brought the whole crew with us and bail money, knowing we're going to have problems when we get down there. We definitely get locked up. So the problem is with you, Mr. Fernando. You look like a runner. When I mean a runner, you look like the type of person who doesn't stand his ground and fight. You're a runner. That's what you are. Bar fight break out, you're the one under the table. While everybody's in there getting their rumble on. You look like a runner. You look like a kid from school that ran most of the time when he had to deal with a confrontation. You look like a runner. And the reason why I say that is because when that process server came to your front door, you left. You left. He heard you in there. And your wife had to come to the door and handle that situation. Your apartment's only but so big. Anyone comes to that door, especially if they're yelling who they are, because they do make themselves known who they are. A process server comes to me about a lawyer who did something wrong in a case, and he wanted me to sign some documents to release him out of it. And I was like, no, we're not releasing him out of Jack at the end of the day, and I ain't signing Jack. So when they come to your door, they let themselves be known who they are. They had to. Because in this decade and time, you do not want to be popping up on people's property going, yeah, it's a good way to get hurt pretty fast, pretty quick. So it's best they let themselves know who they are when they walk up on that property, especially when you're coming down somebody's driveway. So they let themselves know. So he let himself know. And I know you heard him crystal clear. Because he sat there and we were talking back and forth on the phone. He has to keep me there on the phone about what's going on. He said that there was a guy in the back, that'll be you, and a woman came to the door. And I said, that would be his wife. So she came to the door and you hid in the back. So that being said right there, you're a runner at the end of the day. That's what you are. And that's the kind of person you are. You're a coward. You act like you're a tough guy. On camera, that's what you do. You act like you're a tough guy, but you're a coward. Well, I'm just saying at the end of the day that, again, you've gotten yourself in a really bad situation. Next, you'll learn. I hope you'll learn. It's going to be a learning experience for you. Never ever forget as long as you live and what he's going to have to go through. At the end of the day, he's going to learn a lot. And if you basically don't get your act right with God while you're in there, well, the devil's waiting for you. He's going to finish what he started. That's what he's definitely going to do. He's definitely going to finish what he started. And it's easy to get in fights in there. There's all kinds of things. There's rules and regulations that you have to learn while you're in there to keep yourself alive. I'm not doing this to terrify him. It's actually true. There are things you don't do while you're in there and things you don't say that will end your life in a minute. Very hostile environment. And then why do you think, Mr. Fernando, that we tried so hard to keep you from ending up in this situation? Because again, for someone that's never experienced that kind of life before, they wouldn't even know exactly what's coming for you. I know, because I went through it. But the difference between me and you is that I was protected by my Lord and Savior, but also, too, the people that you ticked off are the same people that had my back when I went in. Because you have to be grounded to somebody in there. So, yeah. Watch my snowstorm over here. Still got a projector in the eco mode. Still testing. I got a white level test to do today on a 1,000 projector. I forgot we got to do that. Oh man, I got to order the awful stuff to finish this thing. And I got to order the halo light system. Get that in here. Get it done. I found a better EL trace line. Oh, it's much better than the other one. It's flatter because the other one stuck out a little bit. I'm thinking, man, this is just going to stand out. It's not going to look flat. It needs to look flat to the surface. That's what we need to do. This is going to be interesting. We're going to put this thing together. It shouldn't be too hard. It should be pretty good. It should be pretty interesting. I want to do something crazy, like really different. I'm thinking about putting a cloud system in here. Like a cloud system for it. At the base of it, put in a cloud system, like a thundercloud system. I want to do something really crazy with this. What if we expand the screen a little bit wider out so we can put some art designs on it? I want something different. I want a different 230. I've done 235.1 to that. I want to do something differently. Definitely. But I like that cloud system, that thunder cloud system with the lights pushing through it. Oh, that thing looks freaking amazing. I definitely want to figure out a way how to incorporate it in here. Okay, people, we got a lot to think about. I got to keep my mind positive right now. Try to do things the right way at the end of the day. And Mr. Fernandez, let me explain something to you. I'm not angry at you. I don't hate you at the end of the day. I'm not that type of person. I feel sorry for you that you just continue to go down this spiral pathway with this demon at the end of the day. You do not want to basically stop doing what you're doing. You don't understand what's coming for you, do you? You keep doing this stuff, man. You don't understand what the devil has plans for you. He's going to kill you. You understand it, right? But you just don't seem to want to learn at all, period. And the only way is we got to go forward on this. Maybe the Lord will get you out of this situation. I mean, I don't even know. The Lord may have plans for you, but this is a path you have to take. It's every time we try to turn the other way and try to, give him a way out, it just leads right back to the same path. So it's just like the Lord telling me, this is the path he has to be on. This is the only way he's going to learn. Some people have to go through a horrifying ordeal. I had to go through a horrifying ordeal in order to learn. Because if I didn't, I'd still be out there running them streets. I'd still be carrying, acting up. I'd probably be dead already. Somebody would have probably shot and killed me a long time ago. A lot of things could happen to me out there. But it was meant for all this to happen for me in life, for me to stand here right now and have this conversation about what I went through in life. And it's interesting because the same spiral downward drop that he's doing is the exact same thing I did when I got locked up. So, it's whether he accepts the Lord's hand or he pushes it away. So he has to go through this. This is for the best for you. It's definitely for the best for you, 100%. It's the best for you. It is. There's going to be a lot of time out of it, but it's the best for you. Best thing to happen for you. Trust me, it's the best thing ever happened to you. All right, people. I'm gonna get to work. I got stuff to do. I gotta paint this submarine today too. So we got these little projects popping up. Yeah, we gotta finish this thing over here. We're working on a sculpture, so we're back and forth. We finally got the robots. We did order the robots. So robots is a process. We have magnifying glass and tweezers and stuff. These things are tiny. So I want to give them their own little personal different design to them. Hook them up a little bit. And I want them incorporated, embedded in all the PCs that they're working on stuff. They're like our hidden maintenance crew. That's what we want them today. But yeah, we're working on it. Let me get things done, get out of here, and I got to do some stuff. I got to walk around, pick up a few things here and there. And I got to get a package out to a customer, which I'm going to get that done now. Oh, Jimmy, the crickets. See, this is why you don't put headsets on the side of PC. Oh, I forgot about that. I can put hooks on the side of my PC for my headsets because I can't stand to have them on the corner. Right now, constantly knock them out. You ever get a System 32 before? I have. It's a headache. Look up System 32 on your PC. I got one of them. I had a cat run across my keyboard one time and it caused a System 32. Of all the buttons to hit, you could hear a System 32. Nightmare. The old system all over again. Alright, I'm going to go get what I have to get done. And hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Stay clear of the devil, people. Try to walk that straight and narrow path. People like him at the end of the day, you gotta pray for him because again, they're in that the devil got a grip on him. He got a grip. He got his talents in his flesh, and he is just not letting go. And he doesn't want. In fact, he doesn't want to let go. He doesn't want to. And it's a shame because they'll get on camera, they'll lie and laugh and all that. And that's the devil using them as a puppet. They refuse to want to change. But I think what he's going to go through, and the process he's going to have to go through. Jamie could be a very powerful Christian. He has a great story to tell if he turns his life around about how the Lord changed his life. But if he doesn't, the devil's going to claim what belongs to him, and he's not going to like how that's going to go. Everything we try, it doesn't seem to work. Every time I get the thought in my head about trying to give him a break, he does something to taint it, so we go right back to square one. Like I said before, This doesn't affect me at all. The stuff you send to me doesn't bother me. It's sad. It's sad watching somebody spiral downward. They just can't seem to get it together. Like an airplane out of control, plummeting down at 30,000 feet. And you just refuse to pull up. You just keep pushing down and pushing down and pushing down. But you're going to hit that ground. That impact is going to be so great. There'll be nothing left of you. Even the black box will disintegrate. And the entire time, when that plane is plummeting to the earth, the devil's on the back end of it, laughing his head off, because he knows what he's going to do to you. He knows the impact you're going to hit, and he knows you're not going to survive it. All you have to do is pull up. That's all you got to do. And you can ride off into the sunset. You don't want to do that. We'd rather just crash into the earth and burn. Shame. You know, I got those opportunities many times before, and I got locked up out in the street. That so many people tell me, get it together, young boy. Sooner or later, you know, it's going to catch up to you. It's going to catch up to you. It's going to meet the wrong person. This is going to happen. So we're going to kill you. Kept coming up over and over again. Warning after warning after warning. I ignored every single one of them. I do what I want to do. No one's going to tell me what to do. Da 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 da. Nobody got control over me. Blah da 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 da. Yeah. My plane hit that earth hard. But I was blessed. I was able to crawl from the wreckage. Even though the devil was sitting there smiling at me, laughing at me the whole time, I was able to crawl from the wreckage. When my mom gave me that Bible, yeah, that's when my life came full circle. I got my life back together. I walked right off the runway, right into a church, came back out a new man. Now, I'm going to buy me a lamp today. Just take it put on my page, my screen. Yeah, I told you about the lamp. Yeah, I'm going to go to Whatchamacallit and get me a lamp. Got to get a lamp. I got to find me where to get a lamp. We don't need a shade. Forget the shade. We don't need a shade. We want to use a lamp. Forget that shade. Like, hey, you want to shave it? No. Forget that shade. We don't use any shades over here. All right. Let's get ourselves a lamp today, too, while we're at. So let me see. Where did I see that reflective tape from? Oh. Yeah, we'll have to go all the way over there. That's a bit of a distance. Oh, whatever. We can get exercise anyway. We can take it. I've been walking more. I walk every day. So my normal walk is 10,000. My normal walk is about 10,000 steps. So we'll go walk over there and pick up something. Get that reflective surface. Bring it in here. Look, we got it. We're getting a reflective surface. I like it because it has a really kind of like rainbow crystal effect. It's crazy. It looks crazy. It looks fantastic with the silicone on top of it. But I do want to do an invisible coating over top of it too. On top of that, that's what I do next. That'd be pretty cool. Nah, that's way too many of them. Way too many. I was thinking about doing it. I want to do the PS. If I get I'm gonna do a console system. I gotta do one of them. A console system. We have to have one on the website. Cause I thought we were doing the gaming website. I need a couple of them on here. So I want to mod PS5. But we're gonna bring out the case. I want to do liquid cooling, but not liquid cooling. I'm gonna do vegetable oil, but it's too messy. I want to do something else instead. But I need a theme for it. That's what we need. We need a theme for it. So I got to figure out a theme for it. What we want to do with it. Oh, that would be hot. All right, that definitely would be hot. Okay. I got an amazing idea. Really crazy. We're going to take the hawk. We're going to buy a good statue of the hawk, and we're going to have him holding pieces of the PlayStation. We're going to scatter the parts and everything, and have parts here and there and everything. And we're going to build this wreckage behind the back of it, like a torn out city, little model we're going to put up there, and we're going to have him holding the motherboard with the liquid cooling system pump in the one side. We got to use something called Flexstone. So if you ever use Flexstone before, it's like a spray-on stone material. So we got a Flexstone pretty much part of most of this thing to make it look like it's part of the structure in the background. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a Hulk display of the PlayStation 5. That would be awesome. That'd be sick. That'd be absolutely sick. That would be absolutely sick. I think that would be pretty cool. All right, we gotta go pick up a giant hawk. That would be cool. We have everything out in the open. And you know how you make the ground look really, really like it's part of the rubble? Styrofoam. Styrofoam, you spray paint styrofoam when it does. And you sit away. It'll get it a nice look to it. And you hit it with a Flexstone. And that gives it that look to it. Oh man, that is gonna look pretty sick. We can wire lights and everything throughout that whole entire thing with the liquid cooling system and all that. That'd be insane. Yeah, much to take it apart. I do have to get the ribbons to extend it because we need that power supply somewhere else. That would look absolutely insane. Okay, that'll definitely work. That'll definitely work. We're gonna do a Hulk style console, fully exposed, open display with the PlayStation parts on display. We're definitely gonna. That's gonna be freaking sick. I think that's gonna look pretty hot. But the Hulk's green, and the PlayStation never even work an Xbox unit. We'll have to repaint the Hulk. So we'll make our own Hulk at the end of the day. So we'll make a. Oh, there's a blue Hulk. There's a blue Hulk. Yeah, there is a blue Hulk. There's actually a blue Hulk. Let me see. There's a blue Hulk. Yeah, there is a blue Hulk. The blue Hulk, there's a red Hulk. There's a bunch of them. Different alternate universes. Alright, we need a giant blue Hulk. Yeah. Man, let us throw away all the styrofoam, man. That'd have been a fantastic platform for it. I threw out a huge brick of styrofoam. Would have been a fantastic platform. Now I gotta figure out what I ordered to get the giant piece of styrofoam. It would have been fantastic. Oh my goodness. All that styrofoam we threw out, we could have used it. Oh my goodness. This is why you don't throw anything away. Let me see. Blue. Really? We good? Yeah, we're gonna do that. We gotta do a Blue Hawk PlayStation display. That's what we gotta do. Blue Hawk statue. Not Hawk. Hawk. My goodness, really? Consider it? Literate freaking Google. Hawk. It's a Grey Hawk too. Grey Hawk is actually supposed to be the most powerful one. It's a Grey Hawk. Let's see, Grey Hawk. Yeah. But we need his hands up in the air. I need some movable hands. Because we have to put the motherboard in his hands. So we need movable hands. Let's see. Hawk with movable hands. No, I'm not saying Hawk. Hawk. No, okay. Better put it this way. Give me better redo it. Incredible Hawk with movable arms. I have a Hawk. I do. I actually have two of them. I have a red Hawk and I have a Green Hawk, but they're sealed in a box. I'm not taking them out. Size, and I haven't taken anything out of my collection since Stanley passed away, so I don't even bother. All that stuff just stays boxed up. I don't go near it at all whatsoever. I haven't watched the Marvel movie since then. I just don't see the purpose of it. I just don't know how Stanley is. I mean, yeah, you want to support the franchise and all that, but it ain't the same. Well, him popping on there, those cameos, this is not the same about it. All right, I'm gonna go in, get this done because I gotta get some stuff done. Thanks a lot. I'm down here researching Hawks. I'm gonna figure out how we get one of these things. That would be a fantastic thing for one. And we got to do an Xbox one too. We'd have to do an Xbox one. We're gonna do the Xbox one. The Hawk would be nice with the Xbox one. No, we do Thanos because I'm a big fan of Thanos. We did a PlayStation with Thanos and did a Hawk with the Xbox. That'd be hot. Okay, we'll work it out. Gotta go. Thank you all for your time and God bless.